You've heard of the AI boom. Well, what about a commodities boom? A commodity supercycle? Coming up, we'll explain the big forces driving it and how you can invest in it. So let's dive into this week's market moves. A commodity supercycle is when commodity prices rise together and stay elevated for years, not because of a single event, but because demand is structurally outpacing supply. Think about not enough copper for all the electric vehicles being built, or not enough uranium for the nuclear reactors being planned, or not enough silver for solar panels going up. With that in mind, let's look at what the data is telling us. Well, first, everyone has witnessed the geopolitical jitters this year. At the very least, you've seen that playing out with the price of oil. So first you have to ask, is that worry going away anytime soon? But it's much more than that. GlobalX research analyst Brooke Thackeray points to demand in areas like EVs, renewable energy, and of course AI, which we're going to talk about coming up. And whether it's wars or the technological shift, all of these forces drive up country demand because governments worldwide want to control their fair share of the commodities. They've become, and maybe they always were, so strategically important in an uncertain world. Okay, now as another example, let's key in on copper. You've heard about the AI data centers that need massive amounts of power. Well, Thackeray notes that copper is right in the mix. It's essential for power transmission, along with things like electric vehicles, which we mentioned earlier. But while demand is rising, GlobalX research has found that expected copper output from mines is expected to fall short of supply. Rising demand, falling supply, that's something investors can't ignore. You also can't ignore what's happening in areas like silver. Thackeray highlights that nearly 60% of annual demand comes from industrial uses. Think electronics, solar panels, and EVs. And silver is also in a structural deficit, which is projected to widen by 15% this year. And finally, let's explore uranium, also benefiting from power demand and the desire from governments for energy security. Again, you have to ask, is that a storyline that's going away anytime soon? So the case for commodities is real, but which do you pick? Well, you can actually own them all in one trade. GlobalX recently launched the GlobalX All-in-One Commodity Producers Equity ETF, COMX or COMX, which gives investors exposure to a range of commodity producers across energy, metals, and mining. And for investors who prefer monthly income, there's a covered call version, CMCC. Plus, for a covered call approach with a little extra leverage, there's CMCL.